Hey there. So, you want to be more intuitive on a daily basis, right? Well, from my experience, the only way I know how to be more intuitive is to slow down. So, if I want to get more in touch with my sixth sense, I need to slow down my five physical senses. So the five physical senses are your sight, your hearing, your taste, your smell, your body sensations, your sense of touch, right? And in order to get in touch with the sixth sense, that is taking all those five physical senses and getting into the subtle energies of those five senses. So your inner sight, your inner hearing, your inner, when something doesn't smell right or doesn't taste right, right? That's kind of the language that you use. It's not that you really smell something or you taste something, but it just isn't going down your throat quite right, right? So also your inner sense of feeling, which is a lot different than emotions, and that's a whole nother video. But in order to get in touch with that sixth sense, you've got to get into the deeper, subtle energies. And those live within the body, right? Whereas the physical five senses point out, right? My eyes point out, my nose points out, my mouth points out, my ears point out, my hands point out. They point out externally to pick up on what is to be processed internally. So the sixth sense is really kind of turning around that external stimulation and bringing it in and going deep and receiving the information at a more subtle, in a more subtle way. So how I do this is I energetically drop out of those areas in my body that point out, so which is most of it is on my face, right? Nose, mouth, eyes, ears, like I said, and hands, and I bring everything into that deeper aspect of my body, which is this space that kind of lives, it's almost like at the base of the heart space and the top of the belly. There's kind of this core spot. And I just drop into that. And even if you put your finger, like I don't know if I can get on the camera here, but it's kind of this spot right in the middle. And sometimes it's easier to get a physical spot when you're first learning how to do this. I guess for me now, it's just so natural. I just kind of drop in and then I'm there. And then I can see way beyond my eyes. And I can hear way beyond my ears. Does that make sense? So it's so interesting because your physical senses are informed by external stimulation, the culture, your experiences, your beliefs, everything that's kind of been formed outside of you. But your intuitive sense is just innate. It's genuine. It's authentic to you. It's unique to you. It's that knowing without knowing. You know what I mean? So really what I wanted to share with you is the best way, if you're just, racking your brain and saying, why can't I be more intuitive? It's not in your brain. It's not in the place that shoots out all your senses, your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your ears, your hands, right? It's internal. So if you have a decision to make, and you really want to make an intuitive, heart-centered decision, it's really good to, first write out all the pros and cons, do it the old-fashioned way, write out the pros and cons, but then set that aside And then go within. Go within your subtle energy body. Go into your inner sight, your inner hearing, your inner feeling, and drop down into that space and ask the question, should I stay or should I go? Should I take that job? Should I wait a week before I answer that letter or that phone call? Drop in and really step into that place that is so wise and so gentle and so all-knowing. Okay? So there you have it. If you enjoyed this message and you want to pass it along, do so. Share the love. And in the meantime, slow down those quick operating systems that are pointing outward. Slow down your eyes, slow down your mouth, slow down your sense of hearing, and really tap in and listen to what is not being said and see what you can't see with your physical eyes. All right? So there you have it. Until next time. See you later.